My knowledge of the birds and bees was very elementary, as in non-existent. I've subsequently filled in the facts of life as I went on in later years. But I was under the illusion that a chap could have 3 mothers, and I thought the definition of a mother was somebody who loved you to such a degree. So this is called Jerry Sweeney's mammy. Mrs. Sweeney was Jerry Sweeney's mammy. And even though I had my own, I had her on loan. It was like having a second mammy. And even when she was mad with us, she just couldn't be mad with us. Go on, she'd grin. Go on. You'd wear the heart out of a stone. And if you fell, and you was crying, heart and knee badly grazed, or badly bitten by a bee, she would hug you up with all herself. Ah, come here to me, you poor little dolt. Fill you up with so much love, it would last for years. For years. Jerry Sweeney was my best friend ever. Way back in the way back then. Still is. Nothing's changed. Except that us young fellas have become old fellas who still think they're young fellas. And every time I see him, I could almost cry. I can still see his mammy smiling out of his eyes. Thank you. On that April, with his sure sota, the dracht of March had passed to the rota, and badet every vine and switch liqueur, of which were 2 engendered as the floor. One, Zephyrus, ate with his weight of breath, in spirit had in every halt and het, the tender croppis and the younger sonne had in the ram his halve coursey runner, and smaller fowlers, makin melodia, that slept in all the nick with open ear. So pricked hem the tour in her courages, than longing folk to go on pilgrimages. Here beginneth the book of the Tales of Canterbury, and here beginneth my poem. It's called So Pricketh Hem the Tour in Her Courages. Never did help my dad enough, always head stuck in a book. Dónall, son, he'd call, can you hold this while I saw? Oh, Dad, I'd wail, me lost in Chaucer and his tale. And so the saw saws, but all I see is, yo, the miller was a chap of 16 stone, a great stout fellow, big and brawn and bone. The saw cuts through the afternoon, pauses then, Chaucer's on again. He did well out of them, for he could go and win the ram at any wrestling show. Say what? Oh, don't get me wrong. I adore the aesthetic beauty of sawdust floating in a universe of its own, suspended in sunlight and shadow. The smell of pine kidnapping my mind, the green dance of the bubble in a spirit level. Didn't have time for all that hammering and sawing. I was a boy on a mission, ever since our teacher sighing, oh, I don't know why I teach you scruffs, Chaucer. You'll never read the book. But by the weekend, furious at the rebuff, I, had. My poor old da only getting begrudging help. When that April, the words falling like gentle rain upon my mind, with his surest sota, the dracht of March, words, oh sweet words, had passed to the rota. My mind bad at every vine and switch liqueur. The bubble in the spirit level, poised perfectly poised, of which virtue engendered is the floor. I was the son who didn't get any of the practical ability, I didn't get any of the music, I just got his love for words and his sad smile. When he was dying, we used to be there from one end of the evening to the next, and I used to go out for a break and talk to the swans, which was at a pond near the hospital. It's called I Have No Gifts to Bring. I bring him back bits of the world like a child would. Broken green glass among the grass, like grass on fire with green. A cat that yawns, and every time it yawns, it has the bark of an invisible dog. Sound and sight synchronized for a laugh. A swan sitting on a park bench, as if it were a park bench for swans only. All these useless bits of broken world that my father will never see, I carry them back in words like a child trying to capture the sea in a blue bucket, trying not to spill a single thing that's seen, back to Naas General Hospital. Offer them up like treasure, as only the child I was could. And then and now, his smile, treating them as wondrous to behold. Is the world so? It is so, I say, both as man and boy. The glass grins shining in the sun like a little green fire, a cat caught mid-yawn by some ventriloquist dog in a lonely backyard, a swan who thinks it's human. You smile at these gifts I bring, such little things to offer to your dying. Thank you.